Where do I begin? Or, more importantly, where does it end? I was on here browsing the CreepyPasta wiki one late night. My parents had gone out to eat, and I had just returned from work, so I was home alone. I was chatting with some friends, recommending pages on here for them to read to scare them. It's a regular pastime for us, but somehow it never gets boring. While looking on this wiki, I came across a page. It didn't have a title. It wasn't a very interesting read. However, midway through, it came to an abrupt end. At the end, it said, "Please don't leave me." I'd never seen a page where the author was so desperate for an audience. Bored, I decided to close the webpage. Maybe an hour or so had passed. I chatted with my friends as usual, when suddenly my phone rang. It was my mom. Casually, I answered the phone, but there was no voice. Only the sound of scrolling. I waited, listening to what seemed like an old mouse scrolling through a webpage for at least 2 minutes before dismissing it as my mom's phone acting up. She does have an iPhone. I laughed and told her to call me back if she could hear me. I hung up. My friend asked me what my mom wanted. I responded it was her phone acting up. We talked for about another 30 minutes when my phone rang again. This time it was my friend, the one I was talking to. I asked them why they were calling me, but my hair stood up on end when they replied, "I'm not, my phone is right beside me." Slowly I reached down and answered my tiny blue cell phone. It was dead silence for a few seconds. Then I heard the sound of scrolling once more. I listened, waiting for a demonic voice or blood-curdling scream, like most of the wikis on here describe, but nothing came. Just scrolling. After a few minutes, I hung up. I rationalized my phone might be the one acting up, so I took out the battery and restarted my phone. When my phone turned back on, there was a text message from a number I didn't recognize. I opened the text message. "Please, come back." My heart dropped. I looked at my computer in horror. However, I was very curious. I opened my web browser and opened my browsing history, and everything looked normal, even the page that was untitled. I clicked it. I scrolled down to where it said, "Please, don't leave me." But now there was more. I kept scrolling down until I saw, "Please, don't ever leave me again." So here I am. I cannot leave. I cannot close the page. Please, don't leave me.